Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm finally starting a new test, one that I have been wanting to do for a while. So as you can see here, we have the test panel ready to go, has been fully stripped back from the previous products we had. It's been compounded and I have masked off into 5 different sections because we have 5 products that we're going to be applying to it today and testing out over the next coming weeks and months, seeing how long they last. So let's go through what we actually will be using. So we have Turtle Wax Ceramic Graphene Paste Wax. So this is their 75-year anniversary, birthday edition, whatever you'd like to call it, special edition product. So this one, it came out as a limited release for their 75 year. I think it was last year, maybe in 2020. Either way, it's 2022 by the time I got to this. So I've had this here for a few months, and it was actually really hard to get. I believe now they've actually re-released it and they're selling it. So far in Australia though, we have yet to get it, but I had to buy it off Amazon and get it shipped from the US. It did cost me a decent amount of money. And actually I found it on Amazon again. It's gone up a lot in price on there, so it's actually $136 to get. And that's not actually the price that it normally is, but that's $136 and it's 156 mil or 156 gram jar, or the amount of wax in there. And yeah, it is actually re-released on the American Turtle Wax website for $30 US, but you cannot actually get it shipped to Australia. Same thing on the UK website, it's £30, but again, only will ship locally. So yeah, it seems like we can't get it yet. I'm sure it'll come soon, but for now, if you want it, it's on Amazon for $136. I think I paid about $70 or something for it. I can't remember exactly. I don't really want to look because it was a lot of money at the time, but I really wanted it for this test. So next up we have Collinite number 476S Super Double Coat Auto Wax. This is a really old product as far as I know, but very popular. A lot of people use the other Collinite. I can't remember the numbers for that one, but the jar one, the bottle. So this is, I wanted to go paste, so this is the paste wax one. So this stuff is claiming to last a year, and to be super durable, and yeah, detergent proof formulation. Eliminates hard rubbing, buffing, and frequent re-waxing. Sorry if I can get that out. So this stuff seems to have a pretty good cult following, and it's really cheap for what it is. So it's actually $42, and it's 9 fluid ounces, which equated to 266 mils or grams. But I got a bit curious because it doesn't look like the biggest jar, so I did actually weigh it, and it actually weighs 266 grams. So it's 266 including the jar. I'm not sure how many mils total, but either way, $42, great value. So we'll see how that one does. Next up, we're getting to some of the more fancy ones with some really nice packaging. So now we have Bowden's own Butte beads. Now this whole test actually came about because I got this little sample jar of the Butte beads, which I did a few videos on and absolutely loved. It really made me realize just how much I miss applying a paste wax compared to a spray sealant or a coating. So you can see I've used a fair bit of this one. Still plenty left, but for the test we're going to use the fully released larger jar, just in case there's been some formulation changes or anything. So we use the one they actually sell. So this one we'll open this up as well. Really nice packaging, as you can see. So this one's going to be the most expensive in the test. This one is $160 retail. Now that is though, it's a 250 mil jar. So we'll open it up. So as you can see, really nice box. We've got the little note on top thanking their customers for giving them the chance to make their dream wax basically. Comes with 2 applicators. So the traditional one and this one, which I'm really keen to test out, with some nice finger grips there. And then we have also obviously the wax and some instructions at the bottom. So as you can see, the size of this one, it is huge. So that's the 155 gram, this is 250. So yeah, really nice, big bottle of wax. But yeah, so a lot of people are getting hung up on the price of this one. I will say I just went to look up the price to confirm I was right. It's actually $120 at Repco currently, so there will always be sales. This is one that you can get anywhere at any local retailers compared to the rest of these. So you roughly will spend $120 max on this. That's 25% off sale. But if you look at it like, if they sold this as a 100-gram jar, it would have been, what, $60? If this was $60 for 100 grams, I don't think people would have been really getting hung up on the price. It's just the fact that it's such a large 250 mil or gram, or however you want to call it, amount of product that makes it a little bit more expensive, but it will last you a long time. So we'll get that out of the way and we'll keep going. Next up we have the Gyeon Wax, another one with some really nice packaging. So this one is quite different. It comes just like the Bowdens, so if we can get this open, with everything you'll need. So this is actually the applicator sponge. So yeah, pretty cool design. Sort of hold it like this rather than something round. So yeah, I like that. Comes with a microfiber as well, which make it nice and easy. So microfiber cloth for wiping down. But the wax itself is actually in this can, which kind of looks like a deodorant or something. Let me just open this up. So here you go, it's actually a roller. So you would roll this on to your applicator. So a few swipes. And yeah, pretty unique way of doing it. So this one I'm a little bit confused on. It doesn't seem like there's that much in this, but the way it's sort of advertised is that it is 175 mils or grams. I just don't think there's 175 grams in this total. I think maybe that's including the weight of this whole thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a pretty long tube in there. So, but either way, it's $80, so really good value. So I'm keen to test it out. So yeah, and then we have the last of all, we have ArtDeShine Graphene Obsidian Wax. So this is a really nice glass jar, this one. Really heavy. I think the rest of them are plastic, and then this is the tin. So yeah, nice glass jar. This one from ArtDeShine is going to set you back $70 for 100 mils. So really pretty similar price to the Bowdens, but if you look at the size of a 100-gram jar compared to a 250 gram, but if the were a similar size, that prices would probably even out. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'll jump up, show you the test panel. So sorry for the long intro, but I wanted to go through everything. So this is the panel we're going to be doing it on. We've got 5 sections. Don't mind if the tape lines are a little bit crooked. I actually ran out of tape as I was doing this, realized I didn't have enough tape. So luckily we got it done. This section is probably the biggest because I have the tape slanted that way, but it's fine. There's 5 sections. Has been compounded, hasn't been polished. I just compounded because I wanted to leave some sort of swirls and haze in it, but unfortunately with this really hard paint that is from this Ford panel that we're using, it seems like the combination I used of my most aggressive yellow pad and a nice aggressive compound have actually finished it really nicely. So we're still going to try and judge on which one gives the best finish overall. But yeah, there's not, the panel itself has some clear coat failure and it has a few chips and a few little problems with it. But other than that, we're going to see which one makes it look the best. So in this video, we're going to apply them and rate the application. We've already gone over the price and we've gone over the size, where you can get them. I will have links in the description to everything that I have shown and that I'm using. Some of the applicators we're going to be using that come with it, such as the Bowdens one comes with everything you need, Gyeon one comes with everything, and the other 3 I'll just use some generic applicators that I have here. We're going to apply, we're going to leave, buff it off, see what the user experience is like, and we're going to leave this panel for around 24 to 48 hours so I can get back to it. And we're going to bring it back, give it a rinse, and check the slickness, all that sort of stuff in a separate video. So yeah, with that said, let's get in and let's start applying these. All right guys, so as you can see, I am set up and ready to go. Got a bunch of applicators, got my microfibers ready for the wipe off. So yeah, I was going to put the GoPro on my head to do this, but thought, why not? Let's just hold the camera. So I've loosened all the lids to make it easy. So we're going to start off with this Turtle Wax 75 year. Really cool looking jar, do like this. And I will be a weirdo and smell these and rate the smell because, I don't know, I just like good smelling products. I already know that there's two clear good smelling products here. It's this and the Bowdens. This one, I cannot put my finger on the smell. It's like, I don't know. It's really nice, but I can't put my finger on what the smell is. So we're going to start off with this one. So it's using a Meguiar's applicator pad. So yeah, using this one for the Collinite, Bowden's one, Gyeon one that came with it, obviously, and then another one of the Meguiar's for the ArtDeShine. So yeah, let's just go in and give this a try. So just going to try and pick up a little bit of wax. Yeah, maybe I should have put it on my head, the camera. I'm assuming that's going to be plenty. So we'll start over on this section here. So yeah, something about paste waxes. I don't know what it is. I really like using this. It's just so satisfying. You can see exactly where you've been. You don't really need to use a whole lot of product. I probably actually grabbed far too much of this Turtle Wax one just then. I'm just going to try and get all the edges worked in thoroughly before I go with the traditional of just nice little circles. But yeah, this does smell really nice, this one. I think we're going to leave for a couple of minutes to haze over. But yeah, really easy. We'll see what the wipe off's like and we'll move on to our next one. Okay, so we've just applied the Turtle Wax and we're going to leave that for a couple of minutes to haze over. Going to move on to the Collinite, so traditional style jar to open. So obviously I did this off camera, so we'll put that aside. We've got this applicator. Going to squeeze that in there. I'm just going to put the camera down. And picking up a little bit. This stuff definitely isn't the nice sort of easy to wipe. Yeah, sort of, you can see inside there, it's like, I don't know if it's gone bad or something, but kind of gone a little bit wet in the corners and really dry in the middle. Not quite sure, I've never used this stuff before. I'm just going to try and get a bit on the applicator. I've probably got plenty now. Yeah, getting all this moisture. So let's see how it does, I guess. I feel like that's not right with just all that sort of, it's just like wet coming out of it, but I think we've got plenty on here. So coming over to the panel. Let's just get a nice border going. I can say I'm already enjoying this more than the sealant test that I do. So there we go. Another one that we're going to leave for a couple of minutes to haze over. You can see the Turtle Wax is actually starting to haze, so we might check that in a second and give it a wipe. Get the lid back onto our Collinite. And I'm just going to check this Turtle Wax. Let's do the old swipe. Not quite. I'm going to give that another minute. So now let's move on to the Bowdens. This one, best smelling product by far. Always makes me hungry. Whenever I've done a full car with this stuff, it's really made me hungry. I want some jappers. That's what it kind of smells like. So I'm going to put the camera down again and we'll get this onto the applicator. So we've got this applicator here, which I'm really liking that we have these grips. So we should just be able to go like that. There we go. Again, I'm just bad at doing this. I'm so used to just doing with waxes like a whole panel at once. So yeah, I've got too much on there again, but oh well. We can take this over to the panel and work this one in. So again, this one feels a little bit different. This is, I don't know if it's this applicator, but really, really slick. Like it feels like I'm wiping it off already when I'm actually working it in. So yeah, really slick product. Just with this, it's not really bendable. Would be better if I was doing a whole panel, but because I just want to get into these sections in the corner, I don't want to miss anything. So I'm just trying to focus on make sure I don't miss a section up the top or... Okay, there we go. That is the Bowdens one now done. We'll go with the Gyeon now. So again, get the camera set up. So this one, very different. Take our lid off. We wind, which is just bizarre, the product out. And yeah, wipe some on. Quite different. So wind that back down. And get our lid back on. Take this one over to the panel, and yeah, I like this, that it's a nice, so we can get to the edges easy. Always like getting the border done first. Okay, so this one is really slick too. So this is like the Bowdens. The first two sort of felt like a little bit grabby as we're applying. I'm just comparing that. In no way is that affecting my, the use of it or anything really. It is a little bit, but it's not like it's a downside. I'm just pointing out that while applying this and the Bowdens, they feel like so slick. Like that is just gliding over it. Whereas the Collinite and the Turtle Wax felt a little bit more grabby. So this and the Bowdens are feeling like super slick to go on. Probably the two, I'd say, most satisfying to apply. Yeah, so there we go. This is Gyeon done. And because we're on a roll here, I think we're just going to keep going. Get to the ArtDeShine. So, sorry, this one's a little bit harder to get into because it's such a small little jar and it's still crumbling. I've got a little bit too much on there, I think. Let's try and wipe a bit back. So that should be plenty. And here's our last section. Okay, so this stuff is the grabby one. I may even actually get a little bit more after all. Yeah, it feels a little bit better. A little bit more grabby, this one, I've got to say. Like a lot more compared to the last two that I've done. Not that it's going to make it really hard. A little bit darker going on as well. I don't know if it's the lighting, but not quite as easily able to see. I'm just going to get some more, just because I feel like it's not seeing where I'm going as easy. Yeah, that's a bit better. So maybe this one. All right, just a small update. I am waiting 20 minutes, I was going to call it 30 minutes for the Butte beads, 30 minutes for the Gyeon. Turtle Wax, I've checked a couple of times, not quite there yet, but the Collinite, I just did a little swipe test. So yeah, you can see it is ready to come off. So we're going to wipe that one down. So let me just get my microfiber folded up. Okay, it's too hard to do with one hand. So we're going to wipe this one off. Let's see what it's like. So I don't know if I was meant to leave that for a little bit longer, but it is more of a old school wax. Just not really wiping off into nothing. But yeah, I mean, it still wipes off easily, but it seemed like it was completely hazed on my finger swipes. It was wiping down to nothing, but it was kind of like, it's like you wipe it off. You can see up here. But yeah, no, not too bad. Flip the towel over. Definitely need to flip the towel over. You'd probably, over a whole car, you'd probably want 2 microfibers to wipe this down. But yeah, that's actually, looks really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to put the camera down and just carefully wipe all the edges here. All right guys, it's been a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the turtle wax so it looks ready to go. So yeah, it's not the smoothest wipe down, which I'm sort of, I guess before getting to it, basing all of these off the Bowdens because I've used it a couple of times. It just wipes off like so easy. Now once this is off, it's super slick, but the actual wiping off of the wax itself, a little bit grabby. Maybe I left it too long, maybe I haven't left it long enough, I'm not sure. It doesn't actually give a timeline like some of the other ones, so just sort of went off what I felt was right when it looked like it was sort of swiping off, you know, with your finger, leaving it nice clear section. So there we go. Pretty slick, not crazy. A little bit slicker than just the plain paint. Seems to be ready at the same time. Is the ArtDeShine. So I'm going to wipe that one down as well. So surprisingly, it's nice and slick. So it's wiping off really easily. So a little bit slicker than the turtle wax was, which I didn't expect. I thought this was going to be just off what it felt like initially to apply, which I think was more because I didn't have enough on the applicator pad. I sort of hit some dry sections of the sponge applicator and it sort of stuck a little bit, but this wiping down really nicely, really nice and smooth. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And compared to actually some of the spots you might see when we do the rinsing, you're going to have little spots where there's bits of wax that have just gone, where I've gone over, but it is what it is. We'll still have the line there, we'll be able to tell where it stops. But wiping over the plain, just compounded section compared to the wax, a lot slicker, really nice. So yeah, I think I've got all that wiped down. All right guys, it has been long enough. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the last 2. So starting with the Bowdens. So this, I know I'm not using their preferred microfiber, which is like really thick, but I don't think I'm going to need it. The stuff just wipes off like absolute butter. Like, here's 0 pressure. And it just pretty much takes it all off. Absolutely amazing stuff. And I mean, I won't actually know. I was going to say this one looks the best so far, but I did just put this light on. So maybe that's why. But yeah, this stuff, so slick feeling as you wipe it off. And like the wipe off is just so easy. It's the reason why this stuff got me back onto wanting to get into paste waxes again. So I'm just trying to make sure I get all of it off, but it's that easy that it's not a big deal. So there we go, that's the Bowdens. And for the Gyeon, we might as well use the Gyeon microfiber that it came with. So let's see. Okay, they're definitely not as slick of a wipe off as the Bowdens, but not bad at all. But I mean, right now, as I'm wiping this off, this is the last one. Easiest product here that anyone could just grab and use with no real issues. I'm going to say the Bowdens. It is super easy to use. Probably second the Gyeon. And then Turtle Wax and ArtDeShine. ArtDeShine felt easy to wipe off. Turtle Wax probably easy to apply. I think I was just down to the size of the jar and me not having the right applicator for that size, but either way, none really hard. I kind of expected, since the Collinite being such an old product, old formula, I kind of expected it to be a little bit harder, but no, it wasn't too bad at all. So there we go. That's all the products applied. So we can chuck this down. I also went ahead and wrote down where each section is. So not making a mistake I did on one of my first tests where I wrote down on the tape and the tape basically got baked in by the sun. It was really hard to get off. So getting my light, I'm just going to, it's okay, I'm already getting to see some spots that I've missed there, so I'll have to come back over. But just, I don't think it's going to pick up in camera, so I'll show it, but if you can see a difference, that's great. Otherwise, I'm just going to say with my eyes if I see any difference. So I'm going to come down to the untouched section. Am I seeing a bit of a difference? Yes. Turtle Wax definitely has made an improvement. The Collinite, okay, sorry if the torch is getting in the way. I'm just trying to get a good shot with my eyes, basically. The Collinite, I mean, I feel like the Turtle Wax has probably done a little bit more for the looks. Coming over to the Bowdens, straight away I can tell a difference there coming across. So yeah, the Bowdens is looking incredible. Really, I want this color. I really like this color of this paint when it's looking like this. Yeah, it looks amazing. That metallic is just popping like absolutely nothing else. I mean, it's not, like, it's noticeable in my eyes. I'm trying to look through the camera here to see. I feel like I can see a difference in camera as well, but in my eyes, that Bowdens is popping pretty hard. Coming over to the Gyeon, same thing for the Gyeon. Yeah, these both look really good. And the ArtDeShine. ArtDeShine also looks really nice, so got a good section down the bottom here. Probably hard to tell on camera. I'm only using my GoPro here for this video, and yeah, it probably doesn't show, but I feel like they all made the paint look a little bit better. Collinite paint already looked good. Collinite maybe didn't transform too much, because like if I'm looking down at these plain sections here, so the only one I seem to have missed any spots on though is the Turtle Wax, surprisingly. So I'll have to go back and re-wipe that. But yeah, so there we go. I'm pretty impressed. I didn't have any issues with any of these. All were pretty basic and easy to apply. So I guess we can, once I wipe this Turtle Wax section down where I've missed a few little spots, I'll go ahead and I'll peel all this tape off, and we're going to just put this panel, send it up against the garage wall, leave it in here for a day or so, and yeah, we'll have another video once we are ready to do our first initial rinse and a slickness test. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know it's been a very long video. Hopefully I've tried to edit it down, make it a little bit shorter, but it's probably gonna be like 30 plus minutes. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed for the updates of this series, which will be coming. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one of these you think is going to win and which one you have used or any experience you have. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Thank you.